much so. Hello. So I want to get right into the point of today's video. I previously made a video on how to do the basics of racing on Arch Linux, but this video is going to be a bit different. I'm pretty much going to show you all of the changes that I made over the few weeks, and I really wanted to bring you around on this little journey of mine. And I hope that you can find it relaxing. And also, hi. So, I want to first give a shout out to this person for recommending that I make a part 2. That was a question that I asked in a video, and y'all gave me an answer, and I am very appreciated for that. So, for you, I'm going to make a part 2 of this mini-series, which I guess I could call it that now. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, first things first, I have a Ralsei plush to accompany us today, but not just that. I also have a cup of not so hot chocolate. But if you can see it, this is actually a Nico one-shot mug. And yeah, it's very cute. It changes color when it's hot into it goes back to black when it's cold. So then, what did I do differently this time? Well, I made a few changes, and the first few ones you can see are the theming and color of my waybar. So, what I did this time was I actually added a proper, I guess you can say, power menu, and I made a thingamajiggy here for the, I'm not sure what you call it, but when you go to a website, it'll show right here and right now it is the capital I, or I guess you can say the typing area box symbol. And what that'll do is adapt to whatever site I am on. I am on Mozilla Firefox, and it still has that typing symbol on it, and I really like that. And then I updated all of the tooltips for these, so this one just says, would you look at the time? Weather, and now your local forecast. You know, computer temperature, CPU, all that good stuff. And another big thing that I did was add this power menu. Now, the power menu is using Wofi, which is a really good application launcher that I talked about in the last last video, but you can use it for other things as well, and this is what I used it for. I pretty much just made a script for a WoV menu, and it shows the options: forfeit, nothing, pause, retry, flee, sleep. So sleep is putting it into sleep mode, fleeing is logging out, retry is restarting, pause is locking the computer, nothing is nothing, duh, and forfeit is shutting the computer down. I just really like the you know, personalization of even the little things like this. It turns it into kind of like a Pokemon fight screen. But let's go ahead and exit out of that. I obviously do not want to turn the computer off right now. But next up, as I showed you just earlier, is Firefox. And now, oh, well, now you can see what happens when the CPU gets too high. But really happy with how this turned out. And if you want, I can go ahead and show you a very simple, you know, just the basics of how I got this up and running. I can't do a full tutorial, but if you look up a tutorial by, I believe, Eric Murphy, yes, that's how I spell it, he has a very good tutorial on how to get all of the nitty-gritties into this. But for the basics, I want you to look up style Firefox CSS store, and you will see a GitHub page for the style, not style, the Firefox CSS store. And this is where I picked out the I believe Windows 95, I'm trying to find it. Let me look it up. Chicago 95. Okay, well, I can't find it right now, but what I did was I got that, and then I pretty much just went into the settings here, and you will go to .mozilla Firefox, and there will be your profiles right here, and currently this is my default profile. I would go here, and then in this folder you'll see a folder called Chrome. If not, you will create a folder called Chrome, and then on here is where all of that good stuff sits. And if you want, we can go ahead and just go right into there. So I'm going to nvim Mozilla Firefox, my very complicated default profile name, and then user Chrome. And pretty much what I did here was I changed the colors. Very simple once you get the hang of things, but those are the basics of how you edit this stuff. And obviously I would highly recommend Eric's guide on, you know, changing the Firefox stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and quit out of this, as you might have noticed, I also changed the file explorer a bit here, and I think it looks much better with the contrast between the blue and the pink. Kind of gives it that very old school vaporwave floral shop kind of look. And where I also did that was most definitely my background. Obviously, this isn't the type of background you can just find on like, you know, Google Images. So I made this entire background myself, and it just fits beautifully, I think. And you may be wondering, well, Delve, there's a pretty big empty space here, and I absolutely agree. I think that'll be a part 3 of this series if this one, you know, gets enough attention, I guess. And as in attention, I mean like people suggesting that I make a part 3. But yeah, I'm going to make widgets to go here, and I want a music widget, which will be like a little dancing Nico right here, and a weather widget, which I will definitely personalize beyond belief. But for the time being, this is where I'm left with. And last but not least, and now you may be wondering, Delve, can it run games? Yes, but it being a ThinkPad, it kind of struggles. Right now I only have web fishing and RuneScape installed. But what I'm gonna do is hop into web fishing real quick and just chill out a bit, really. And I can just show you around. Well, here we are. Yeah, I have to have it on a miniature window like this because the FPS drops far too low when it's full screened. And as you can see, I am recording and playing the game at the same time, and my computer temperature is 192. And my CPU is at 100%, so it is struggling. It absolutely is, but we can go ahead and ignore that for now and just join a little game. I'm gonna take another sip of cold chocolate. Ain't that just lovely? How do we feel about the Nico mug? Comment down below. Right. Let's see here. What do we have? We have a few silly lobbies here. I'm thinking we join. Well, let's just go ahead and join a little game called Whip Fishing and Serial Killing. That sounds very friendly and inviting, I think. Welp, and as you can see, the game runs terribly. But I think I have web fishing. I know a game we can play. That's right, baby. It can play Quake. Yeah, I didn't have Doom. If I did have Doom, I would have played that, but for now, we can play a little bit of Quake. If, sir, we don't need, sir, okay, I get it, it's Quake. Please. Quake, please. I want to play the game. Thank you. Okay. Well, here I am. So, oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. So, it appears that the games are kinda killing my battery. And, yeah. Thinkpads, not very gaming compatible, I will say that. As you can see, my battery is at 4%, and this is the warning level for it. And pretty much it blinks and it drains. So, that's gonna be about it, friends. I really appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a very good night. As always, cheerio. Say bye, Ralsei. Bye, people.